This is Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and behind me is the brand new Tech Spark, their high-end prototyping facility and a makerspace. This is where the third ice hockey makeathon takes place, the collaboration between the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Carnegie Mellon and Covestro, with the goal to increase the safety of ice hockey, but without affecting the intrinsic dynamics of this very, very fast sport. Yesterday, the participating students went to a game at the PPG Arena and learned firsthand about where the equipment makes a difference. Let's hear directly from Dominic Simon, who plays center position in the team. So, Dominic, how important is staying not injured in your game for you?
It's probably the most important thing for a player. You know, if you're healthy and ready to play, you can actually do your job. You can do your work. So it's definitely one of the most important things.
So, if you think about your equipment as you play, are there any parts of the equipment where you would say, okay, this could be better?
The sport is getting more athletic and faster, so you know, it's been similar for a very long time. The equipment has been improving a little bit. You have to find good balance. You know, like you can put like huge pads on you for sure, but you need to be able to move and play too. So it's, you know, you need to find like good middle ground for it and just keep trying to make the equipment safe and flexible too.
So today the experts from Pittsburgh Penguins came in to talk about the equipment safety requirements, and they heard from team management and also from former players.
I'm Bryan Trottier, a former NHL player, played 18 seasons in the NHL, had a little success with the Islanders, 4 Stanley Cups, a couple of Stanley Cups here in Pittsburgh, but it's been a wonderful career. I played in 3 decades. I played in the from mid-70s all the way to the mid-90s. And you know, the technology of the equipment, designs, everything changed on an annual basis. Sometimes we didn't think for the better because I got comfortable in some of that stuff, and then they would change something else and make it better. And I always didn't think it was better because I liked the comfort or I liked the feel of something previous.
What kind of role does safety play from your long experience?
Well, there's two roles. I think it's safety from the protection side, and it's safety to protect yourself. I think you want to be able to defend against the flying puck, the stick that's going to hit you, but you also want to be protected from running into the boards or making yourself vulnerable. Those are safety ideas I think about. You know, I think the rules are the rules, and referees out there to kind of like enforce the rules, but that's not safety for me. That's a penalty, you know, that somebody gets. Safety is avoiding those kinds of injuries or those things that happen on the ice that I think are avoidable. New ideas are constantly evolving, so I'm excited to see what they come up with.
Tyler Kennedy. I played for the Pittsburgh Penguins for 6 years and then kind of got shipped around. I played 9 years in NHL. I won a Stanley Cup in '09 with a great team.
What kind of discussions did you have with the students who are excited to improve the game of ice hockey?
They're going to be thinking differently than a standard hockey player. I think, you know, when you look outside the box, we're really hoping, I think they all come maybe with a different look on impact, a different look on how hockey gear should look. So I'm excited to see, and I think it's a really good bond between both companies.
Experts from Covestro, the world's leading polymer company, came in to talk about material properties and how they can literally materialize the ideas of these students.
I think what I'm really hoping to see is that their lack of familiarity with the materials isn't going to inhibit how they design, right? I heard so many questions about like, oh, well, will we be able to use this? Or like, can this stand in for another material? Which I think is the right question, because, you know, they have to start with what they know. You know, even to like cardboard. Let's say they're really good with 3D printing, anything like that. That's the way to go because they can test their pieces, fail early. I think one of my favorite things was, as we've just witnessed, that young man going and practicing his martial arts on that piece of foam, you know, test out and see. He might have had a broken knuckle, but he found out that it didn't happen. So, you know, I think I'm really looking forward to seeing that, and I think I have pretty high expectations of them for what their prototype would entail. So
this year, the world's leading hockey equipment maker, Bauer, joined the Makeathon to tap on the minds of the Carnegie Mellon students.
Okay, my name is Dan Bourgeois. I'm a VP Product Innovation for Bauer Hockey. Our goal basically is to get the best for the sport, and you know the game has changed. The game is faster, then we have to have different approach. How can we provide good part of equipment for the needs of pro players? Then it's not stop. It's keep going with new innovation. Working with Carnegie Mellon University, working with Covestro, leader in the material in the industry, Bauer leader on the hockey industry. We say, hey, all together we could come up with great stuff. Then I fall in love with the program. Just the name by itself, Rethink the Rink, is an amazing name. The key for them is to understand like protection is important, but the motion is also very important. And if they could combine those two together, they will come up with a great idea. Look, innovation, as I said, is a combination. And they could come up with a great idea, maybe doesn't work. But a simple idea, a simple innovation could make great innovation by combining something else. Then even they're coming something will be nice and maybe not feasible to manufacturing it. We'll work with my engineering team and Bauer people, and we'll come up with something that works. Then my expectation is just get pure good idea, fresh idea, and that's the expectation.
So what are the impressions from the first day?
My name is Dhruv. I'm a sophomore in civil engineering. We worked in teams. We basically brainstormed on like a really broad categories, and we came up with like those ideas in the back. And now we're going to like narrow down on like specifics and like try to work towards making a solution and work in teams. I think like looking forward, I'm like really excited for the coming 4 days, and hopefully I've met like some really amazing people over the past 2 days, and we'll like come up with like a great solution for Covestro and for the Penguins.
This group continues to work on their ideas and prototype them right here, and we're anxious to find out what they will come up by Friday. Stay tuned.